What's going on with game studios shutting down well-beloved games? Games like Knockout City, Rumbleverse, and Back 4 Blood. Hell, even the mobile game landscape has been hit with the likes of Apex Legends Mobile and Battlefield Mobile, which probably won't see the light of day now, and there's plenty more to come. So what's happening to the industry's games as a service model? Is it irreparable? I don't think so. But there are plenty of reasons why the industry might be on the edge of their seats just to see how the show plays out. And here are 4 reasons for the possible decline of games as a service. But first, a word from our sponsor. ExpressVPN. Are you tired of missing out on your favorite Netflix shows when you travel or move to a different country? With ExpressVPN, you can access all of your favorite Netflix shows and movies no matter where you are in the world. Sending data shouldn't be unprotected like Little Willie and the Pistachios doing the do, you know what I mean? ExpressVPN protects you from those devious spies trying to use your data for nefarious reasons. And with military-grade encryption, you can enjoy Netflix without worrying about hackers or other wandering eyes. Join the millions of people who trust ExpressVPN for their online privacy and freedom. Just fire up the app and get connected with one click. There's a reason why ExpressVPN has been the #1 rated VPN provider by the people. So just click the link below and use my link to get your first 3 months free. Now let's start with number 4, technical issues. See, some of these games have been in beta or early access for years. Yes, years. These technical issues can also contribute to the decline of GaaS games. When players demand that next piece of content, some developers are hesitant to listen. Many GaaS titles suffer from bugs, glitches, and other technical issues, which can frustrate a large part of the player base and lead to negative reviews and a decreased revenue for the developers. And that's when the companies pull the rug from under the game. Once they start accumulating that moolah from the likes of battle passes and skins, they stop supporting the game to the same standards as they once did. As gamers become more discerning, developers will need to focus on creating high-quality games that offer a new, immersive, and engaging experience. This could lead to a return to the traditional model of game development, with developers taking their time to craft a polished and well-designed game. This is why players have been going back to single-player experiences and playing those 1 to 2 online-only games that are only worth their time. Third on this list, it simply comes down to the lack of innovation. Another reason for the decline of GaaS as a service, many GaaS games follow a formulaic approach, with developers relying on the same tried and tested features rather than taking risk and experimenting with new gameplay mechanics. And this can lead to the lack of excitement and engagement among players. The main genre that is guilty of this? Yeah, you guessed it, Battle Royale. Since the isolated success of PUBG, due to it only being playable on PC at the time, there have been plenty of newcomers, and most of them have failed. Besides PUBG, Apex Legends, and Fortnite, there hasn't been much innovation in the genre. Although Warzone, with it being able to create custom loadouts and having 150 player count lobbies, it currently seems like the player base for that game is dwindling at a rapid pace. This can be due to several things, including developers not listening to the fan base, competition such as X-Defiant, which feels like COD of old, or fatigue, which is something we'll dive more into later. The rise of indie games could also continue to play a significant role in the gaming industry. They are willing to take those risks, and at times, those indie games, man, they're better than the AAA games. That may be because indie developers have more creative freedom and can take risks that larger studios may not be able to take. This can result in unique and innovative games that stand out from the crowd. Just look at Rocket League, for instance. Down to number 2 on this list, we have increased competition. Now this goes back to what was said at the end of reason number 3. Studios are popping up front, back, left, right, and center. and they all want a piece of that gas pie, and the resources to be able to compete are readily available. The gaming industry has become more competitive in recent years, with a growing number of developers vying for consumers' attention. This has led to an oversaturation of the market, making it difficult for gas games to stand out and attract dedicated fan bases. Not only is Escape from Tarkov one of the most renowned games these days, but it is also probably the most successful indie title within the last few years. One of the big reasons for that is due to not offering microtransactions. That's right, EFT does not have microtransactions. Yet. They also began a boom in the style of game that is being offered, which is the extraction shooter. Extraction shooters are becoming the new thing to play. Now, even AAA studios are trying their hands at it, like Modern Warfare 2's own DMZ mode. See, DMZ isn't on the same level as Escape from Tarkov, but it is a nice deviation from the normal Warzone and multiplayer modes. There will be even more studios who are currently working on that similar mode, so expect to see the extraction shooter genre get bloated really soon. And finally, the main reason why I think gas games are on the decline simply is consumer fatigue. I said it was coming, and now we're here. One of the main reasons for the decline of gas is consumer fatigue. Gamers are increasingly finding it difficult to keep up with the constant updates and new content that's being released by gas games. This can lead to burnout and frustration, which can ultimately result in decreased engagement and revenue for developers. This is due to the sheer volume of content being released by developers. Many gas games release new content on a regular basis, but a lot of those times, that content is it's not enough. If we take the latest Destiny Lightfall DLC into account, many gamers are just not happy with the content that was given. The DLC was released on February 28th, I believe, and it was for $50. Yeah. At the time of writing this video, the price on Steam has been slashed to $33.99, I believe. That is still too much for additional content. Besides the price, the players weren't too happy with the content that they played, and the current review score on Steam is mostly negative. Suckers. Ultimately, consumer fatigue can have a significant impact on the success of gas games, alongside price and how poor the content is. When players become overwhelmed and frustrated with the game, they'll just simply stop playing it. Now, while games as a service has been popular in recent years, its decline may be inevitable. Consumer fatigue, increased competition, lack of innovation, and plenty of technical issues are all contributing factors. However, the future of gaming looks bright with a renewed focus on quality, single-player games, and the rise of indie developers. As the gaming industry continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how these trends shape the future of gaming. So yeah, let me know what you think about games as a service right now and how you see the future of gaming as a whole shaping up in the future. See you guys in the next one. Stay tricky.